note here that Lloyd Howell would introduce himself properly to the public at his first press conference after being handed the mic by J.C. Tretter, who was the only other person at the table sitting right next to him.
Thank you, JC. And I couldn't be happier and more proud and honored to be the next executive director of the NFLPA. Many of you do not know me because of my corporate experience and being sort of outside of the world of professional sports. But what I'm really excited about is the desire of the NFLPA to tap me, select me as their leader, to really draw upon my 34 years as a corporate executive and bring all of that insight and experience to the priorities of the players' interests.
And Mike, there are a couple of really important things, top line, to just know about who Lloyd Howell is and the corporate experience he was referencing there. Because from 1988 to 2022, Lloyd Howell was the chief financial officer at Booz Allen, which is the giant consulting firm that I think works a ton with the U.S. government. But I will also point out that Lloyd Howell, coming from not sports and not unions, isn't even the reddest flag here. Because the reddest flag, I might argue, that was sticking out of the resume of Lloyd Howell, the longtime Booz Allen CFO, is that less than a month after that press conference video we played for you, this takes us to July of 2023, Booz Allen agreed to what one federal prosecutor declared, quote, one of the largest procurement fraud settlements in history.
Sundays and Wednesdays, 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better.
Best thing about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about it?
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Littlejohn, the OG.
Y'all didn't know I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You been doing that. And so look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit and no drawers. You know what I'm saying? Understand that you can be at the bottom, you can be anything you want to be, and when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
Imagine 100 people just all yelling.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you. With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. I'm your boy G. To my right-hand side, we have the OG, Steak and Potatoes, Chuck Littlejohn. What up, OG? You muted, bro.
How you feeling?
Man, I am feeling great, bro. I am feeling great, man. How you feeling today, big dog?
I feel pretty good. I'm not excited as you are, but I don't know why you're so excited. There ain't been no good news coming or nothing, so. All good.
It's all good.
Hey, all good in the neighborhood.
Well, you know what? I'm always excited on what day is OG?
You always excited on this day? This day that you got to get past before you can get to the weekend. Now, excuse me. Get myself all choked up. But before you get to the weekend, you got to get past hump day.
Absolutely, man. Happy hump day to everybody out there. My dog, James Littlejohn, once again being first in the barbershop chair at 7:22. Conversations will be had about this right here. Might have to put a beginning and end to this thing, man. I don't know. But welcome on, my dog, James Littlejohn. Let us know what kind of haircut are you getting today, man, and let's see if we can chop it up for you. My dog, the Christianist Podcast, Kamarie White. Make sure y'all check him and his wife out. The Christianist Podcast every Tuesday. Your favorite Christian podcast, Christian-ish podcast that's out there, man. My dog Quest, what's up, man? If y'all are out there on Facebook, man, I posted something on Facebook, GoFundMe for a very, very special person, a friend of Quest. If you know anybody that's willing to just give anything to that GoFundMe, man, please go out and check it on my page. Check it out on Quest's page as well, man. Every little bit helps. So if you would, man, it's Alex Lassiter on Facebook. My dog, Phil Harris, said, James, man, 15 minutes early. Actually, 46 minutes early, or 8 minutes early, whatever it was. So, but we appreciate you all rocking with us. Everybody else that's out there on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Remember, when you come to the channel, man, tell a friend, bring a friend. And when you come, don't come by yourself. This is episode 9, season 6, man. We're going to be without our third co-host, man. He's going through a little bit of little pain going on right now. People say he only want to cut, man. James might be a con artist. We'll put it past him. Baby. But yeah, so he won't be on, Corey, Decatur's greatest. He won't be on today. He'll be back Sunday, hopefully, man. Keep him lifted up as he gets through. Yeah, it is Falcons pain. You're right, dog. It is. It's definitely Falcons pain, man. So we definitely appreciate you all rocking with us. We got a great show, though. We're going to talk a little bit today about we're going to stay in football today, the NFL, man. We're going to talk about the players that are fighting for their jobs in the NFL, and how do we feel about them playing with backup quarterbacks who are trying to give them a spot as well, but they're not doing their part. And are they getting a fair shake? You know, I got a personal opinion about it because of my team is actually dealing with this. And I know some other teams like the Saints are dealing with it as well. The Cleveland Browns as well are dealing with the same type of thing, man. So we'll talk about that. And then the NFLPA, if you heard it early on, we was talking about the new NFLPA CEO or executive director that we have now. I just want to get some more information about him, man, and ask y'all, what should the NFLPA be asking for in this upcoming contract now from the league? And y'all give us your ideas as well, and we will give you ours. All right. And if we have any more time, man, we'll talk about some more stuff.
I got one thing I want to talk about before we get started.
Okay.
And this goes back to a statement you made, and it's in reference to the Cleveland Browns. So the statement you made was that you can't have Deshaun Watson sitting on the bench with all the money he getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
My argument was they should play to win when he comes back, and hey, money is money. But I hate Corey's not here, but I still want to bring this up. So what's the difference with what Atlanta's doing? Because Kirk Cousins, what I looked up, Kirk Cousins' salary this year is $27.5 million, but it's with a $40 million cap hit. And he is where?
On the bench.
Why? Because Atlanta trying to win. They think that the quarterback that they have in there give them the better chance to win.
And just because one other team does it, don't mean it's right.
I'm just saying, though, you go bring a quarterback back mid-season and just throw him out there, regardless of what's going on with the team.
Mm-hmm.
Just because he get paid the X amount of money. But you had to take into consideration that they already been paying him that X amount of money. He ain't done that.
And he's not a bad quarterback either. You got to take that into consideration too.
I seen Cleveland quarterback. I hadn't seen the quarterback that was in Houston. I don't know what happened to that person. So we got a split personality here. I mean, we got to do a personality or something.
But with some better weapons. Welcome on, Mickey. Good to see you. Good to see you, Mickey. With some better weapons, I think Deshaun could be all right. Actually, I just seen a video of Deshaun. He's actually progressing really, really well, man. He's doing 3 to 5 step drop backs now, letting the ball loose. He's getting ready. So week 8 may not even be in the question anymore. It might be a little sooner, man, is what they're saying. Like, so we can jump back into that as well, though.
Okay, we can go past it, but
that's a great question, though. I agree. I hear what you're saying. That's an excellent question. But I think Kurt has hurt the Atlanta Falcons by what happened last year. And I personally, I think he should still be starting. I think they jumped the gun, but we'll see. We'll see.
So Pierre Harris is saying, "Oh, gee, do you want that wide receiver back from the Bengals? He was balling on Monday." I'm not sure what wide receiver you're talking about.
Did y'all let a receiver go that went to Cincinnati?
We probably did. Went to Cincinnati though.
All right.
But my answer to that question is, if we let him go, then Corey don't like me to hear. Don't like me here. Say this, but yeah, he kicked rocks. He's not with the team no more. So.
Kamaria said, "Man, that was an insane number." Talking about Kirk Cousins and Deshaun Watson's number.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson getting 46 for the next 2 years.
46 for the next 2, so 20 something a year.
No.
46 a year. So he get 90, 92 a year.
No, he get 92 over the next 2 years. Yeah. And then his contract can be done.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And that'll probably be it.
Okay. Jay Littlejohn said maybe Slack Dak only playing because he got bad. I don't even know what that means. All right.
You know what that means.
He said he's 2 back-to-back touchdowns. Okay.
Let me go see who this is. While we talk, I'm gonna go look and see who he's talking about.
This man who's always scoring for us is our sponsor, man. Cooking Dad Drink Reviews. Cook that.
You know, everybody drink responsible.
You won't want to take the opinion of a stranger. That type of advice is just not for you, because you're at that time of the day where you don't want to waste your money, and your plan is to throw back a shot or two. You're not necessarily an alcohol person, and picking out a brand is fairly new. If you want something to go with your burger, possibly a steak, then check out Cooking Dad's Drink Reviews. Remember, drink responsibly and click that subscribe too, and go with the one the crew and you trust. Cooking Dad's Drink Reviews.
Thank you, Cooking Dad Drink Reviews, for being a wonderful sponsor of our very first segment. All right, man. OG. So the NFLPA has a new executive director. I just showed you the old NFL director, Lloyd. What was his first? Lloyd Howell Jr. Lloyd Howell Jr. They had picked up, like you all heard, from a business conglomerate. This Mongol that he worked for 30-something years, and he had no ties to the union. He had no ties to football at all, and they actually brought him in to run the organization, kind of like what the organization that I currently work for did as well, bringing in somebody else who had nothing to do with package, nothing to do with drivers or anything in that field, coming from Home Depot, and ended up having a lawsuit that was filed against his company while he was there, had the biggest payout for mishandling of finances under his tutelage, under his watch, and the NFL picked him up. He resigned this past July, so we have a new guy that is after this. So this came out, and then he resigned like a month later. So now the NFLPA has David White as their interim executive director. David White. Let's see if I can give you some information about this cat right here, man. I can't. Okay, never mind then. Well, but anyway, they're there to represent the players. And this new contract, OG, what do you think they should be fighting for the players coming up against the owners and the NFL?
I guess one thing, there's been some pretty serious injuries in this preseason. So I know we all know that this sport is a violent sport. And I know I've seen some clips where they said the NFL is trying to improve helmets and improve things for the safety of the players. But I think that needs to be one thing that he probably needs to focus on to ensure that even though it's a violent sport and there's some serious hitting going on out there, ensure that these players have the utmost protection that they can have. Mm-hmm. I know they're given the option that you can wear those. I can't remember what they call them, but the cushion that you can wear over your helmet if you choose to. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't choose to. Some people should choose to that have had concussions before. But I think that needs to be one direction. And I think the other direction needs to be, how these contracts are handled. Trying to come up with a better way to ensure that I guess that the owners are following all the necessary protocols that they should be following when it comes down to contract negotiation time. Because we do have one owner out there that try to go outside the scheme of things, and it probably may be more, but a lot of them don't put the dirty laundry right there like some people do. But it's the owner that is known that they try to negotiate a contract with a 25-year-old without his agent. Mm-hmm. And that should not be anything that's hurt. I mean, it should be some type of fine or something to hold the owners accountable to. I mean, because right now it's probably just going to be talked about, pat on the hand or something like that, and not just to pick on this particular owner, and I won't call his name, but everybody will know who I'm talking about. But it may be going on with other owners. It's just not coming to the light. Mm-hmm. So to make sure that it's fair for everyone, that you're negotiating in the way you need to be negotiating. Because I'm sure all of these NFL players have agents. And the agent is going to know more about negotiating that contract than the player will. Mm-hmm. So ultimately, it's the player's decision to sign the contract and take the contract. But as far as negotiation, that's what these agents get paid to do.
And I think I remember when Lamar Jackson was going through his negotiations, they were having a slight issue in the beginning because they were saying that they didn't want to talk to his mom, which was his agent at the time, right? Right. So he was kind of going through it as well with that. So
and then maybe I'm not saying they could expedite the process, but maybe then by having both parties adhering to the regulations that's been put out there or that's expected, it may or may not hold out a lot of the hold ins. But you never know. It still probably be some hold ins. Mm-hmm. it's always going to be that potential for disagreement. But as you are doing the negotiation, I think that they should make sure that it's fair on both sides, that both parties are adhering by. I'm not sure if it's actually quote unquote NFL rule, understanding that you need to be discussing any contracts with the player's agent. So I think those would be the two things that I feel like they would will focus on with the injuries being the most pertinent.
Okay. Let me ask you this. So if you wanted to regulate or how they negotiate, should players be allowed to negotiate while they're still under contract? So even though you're going into the last year of your contract, should you be allowed to sit out?
And that's a sticking point because you're in that last year of your contract, and if you're not negotiating now and you get injured, then that could impede on how your contract negotiation proceeds. Because now you injured when the contract is over, and now you're trying to negotiate injured.
And so now your leverage is gone.
Yeah, so you don't have as much leverage as you had by doing it. And I just think maybe it needs to be, down to where you got a year left and you negotiate then. Because there's been some players that may have 2 years or 3 years left.
Myles Garrett.
And they feel that, hey, I've been performing. I've been exceeding this contract I have now. And now I want to negotiate when I got 2 or 3 years left on my existing contract.
Myles Garrett did that.
Myles Garrett doing that, and my man from Pittsburgh is doing that now too.
Who's that?
The big defensive tackle for Pittsburgh. What's his name?
Hayward?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
interesting.
So I just think that, granted, the players deserve to get paid. They're putting their life at risk because, like I say, it's a hard hitting game.
Yeah, very physical game. Yeah.
Very, very, very physical. So I think that they should. That should be something that's ironed out. What is the negotiating period?
Right. Yeah. This is a 100% injured league. Like, you're going to get injured at some point. You're going to get hurt at some point. So,
and it's just like you go back to say that the average years of an NFL player is like what 3.5 years. Because of the physicality of the league.
Okay, I like it. So, negotiations with the agents only involved, and just like our company, you can't discipline, you can't negotiate without a steward there present. If you do, then it's null and void. So it should be the same thing in negotiations and with each other's contract as well, man. Because you're dealing with, like you said, you're dealing with kids. So, all right, I like it.
You got a billionaire that's trying to negotiate with a 25-year-old kid.
Yeah. I like it, man. And it was crazy in our situation with Jerry and Micah was that wasn't even a negotiation. They wasn't in there negotiating. They were in there talking about leadership and what I expect from you as a leader. And then, they got to talking about what would you want, blah, 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 in a contract, what would be good for you. And that's how that went. Like, it wasn't all right, man, we're in here talking about the contract. We was in there talking about being a leader. And so crazy. Crazy.
That was just used as a prelude. Come on, G. Come on, man. That was used as a prelude. Michael, let's talk about leadership. And by the way, while you're here.
Why you here? Right. Why you here? Let's talk about the contract too while you're here. Yeah. And Mike is just so gullible. He's like, yeah, that's whatever. Hey, I'm cool to come in the office with you. And I think Micah got a dose of the business side of it now. You know, he was like, yeah, me and Jerry always talk. I always sit up in Jerry's always and chit chat with him all the time. I sit in at the the games up in the suite and we just chit chat. You know, we just like-minded people. And the whole time Jerry would try to get in the back door. Yeah. But anyway, all right. So for me, what I think the NFLPA should do is we have 17 games. I think we need another bye week. Give us another bye week, and it's because we do know eventually they're going to go up to 18 games. They're not going to keep on going with these odd games. So give me another bye week, and then give me 10 more players for my active roster. So instead of 53, give me 63. With all the injuries that we've been talking about, like give me some people that I can go and pick up. You've helped me out with our practice squad, but I need some more players that I can have throughout the week, throughout the game. Although you say 53, we're only allowed 46 on game day. Was actually 47 now because that third quarterback doesn't really count. So give me 5 more players on game day, so that 46 will go to 51. And so that's what I would ask for with the extra games that I have, the extra 17 games that I have. So give me that if I was the NFLPA.
Okay.
Good. All right. Good with that.
Yeah.
Phil, tell me if you have anything, man. What if you were the executive director of the NFLPA? What would you be asking for the players? Y'all give me your take in that as well. Now we have players out here that are battling for their jobs, man. Like we're going down, cuts are next Tuesday. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not next Tuesday. This Tuesday coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's last preseason game is Friday and Saturday, or it might be just all Friday. I can't remember if it's.
I think it's actually some Thursday. Some
Thursday. Okay. So, but the cuts come on Tuesday. So you have people that are on a bubble. You have people that are fighting for their jobs. Do you feel like the players are getting fair shakes out here with quarterback play that has been subpar or just poor? What can they do in this situation, man, for these players that aren't getting a great opportunity to receive a ball? I've seen people run routes, man, and balls be either 10 feet above their head or 5 feet behind them. And they're just not getting the opportunity to show themselves on the field, man. Do you feel like, man, you got to start playing our starters more with the younger players?
I don't know. To me, I think because you're putting your starters at risk in preseason, which I think the Bengals did that this past week. They kept Burrow in and Chase and Higgins were out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's that risk that your starting quarterback can get hurt in preseason by doing that. So what I think is, to me, I mean, you've seen these guys in camp. They've been in practice, whatever the case may be. I think if you want to see what they made of, instead of trying to do it in a preseason game with the starting quarterback, do it in practice. Let these receivers that you think may be your on your borderline.
Mm-hmm.
Put them in there with him in practice, where he's not quite as much at risk of getting injured,
Mm-hmm.
and see how they burn with him in practice. But
The only thing with that is you're playing against your own people.
you're playing against your own people, you still gonna run that route. I mean, you still gonna see what kind of routes these receivers run, what kind of catches they made. And you go against your own people, but to me, I'm not gonna leave my starting quarterback in there to throw to the second and third string receivers to see who's gonna make it. I'm just not gonna do that because that's gonna put me at risk before the season even starts. My quarterback gonna play one
One drive.
series and then throw a pass.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, to me, I understand you want the betterment of your team and you want to give these guys an equal opportunity, but then you also putting your franchise at risk by having your number one quarterback out there playing with the second and third receivers, as well as and I know that everybody needs to get some burn in preseason, but you get your burn, but you still want them to be ready for the season. And you keep your offensive line, and then you put them at risk too.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't want your quarterback, your number one quarterback, to be in there with the
backup
offensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
He's really gonna be at risk. So, I don't know about that.
You don't know about that one. That's tough, man. Because I have a couple players that are on the bubble at receiver. Doggone Jalen Brooks, Trayshawn Holden, and Ryan Flanoy. And they're just not getting any good looks, man, from Joe Milton. Like these guys are running wide open, and he's just not seeing them, or he's throwing it behind them, or he's throwing it above them, or he's throwing it to their feet, or he's just taking sacks. So it's making it very, very difficult on our end. And I say our end like I'm about to make some changes. I'll make some calls over here. But it's making it very difficult to decide on who gets the nod, over the three receivers. So it's like three receivers battling for one spot.
So what about the joint practices? When
you're
not going against your own team.
The joint practices you're mostly playing your starters, since your starters aren't playing. This is what they've been doing. Your starters aren't playing in the preseason, so they play in the joint practices, and the starters get 85-90% of the reps.
But
and then you
can control that and get some of these ones you think down the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Give them they burn in that. Because like I said, they're not quite as, to me, they're not quite as much as risk. Put them in a true preseason game, and just keep in mind now, the team you're playing against, maybe bringing in some players after their ones go out on defense, that's also trying to make the team.
Right.
So they're trying their best to get to your quarterback.
Yeah. Let me ask you this too, man. And I'm trying to think. I know there's been a lot of injuries over the last couple of years, but how many injuries have you really seen in the preseason game?
Well, you don't see that many injuries in preseason games because I guess not for your starters.
Well, some teams play their starters. Like there's only a handful of teams that don't really play their starters.
But they're not playing them for an extended period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And doing like Cincinnati did.
Mm-hmm.
They're not doing that. If the starter's in there, then it's your whole starting, all your ones, all playing together. So, and when they play, they only playing one or two series.
Well, like you said, Burrow played all the way to halftime, a second quarter.
I don't know what's up with that because he's injured.
No, halftime. Did he play the halftime or was the second quarter?
I stopped watching that. They took my starters out.
Oh. I want to say, it was second quarter.
But leaving him in there's a risk. He's injury prone. So that's a risk. I understand you want him. I understand you want to get out the gates fast.
Yeah.
You don't want your slow start like you had in the past.
Right.
But a quarter of play, to me, in the preseason is enough. But hey, I'm not the coach. I'm just saying what I would do. But you can still get a good idea, even from practicing your joint practice, of which receivers that you have graded higher than the other ones, as far as when it comes down to that last cut. And if you look at film, if they're running routes and they're open, and your quarterback just not getting to them, that's not their fault. You look at the quarterback. Right. So you take all that into consideration too when you're judging these players and determining, who's going to be on that final roster. Use those type of things too. I just think, to me, it's just a big risk to bring them in there to play your starter longer in preseason.
Okay,
that's just my opinion.
That's fair. James Littlejohn said they only need to be able to franchise tag a player once. I like that. I think you give the owners too much control. Yeah, they give them too much control over the player, man. Being able to do it twice. So I like that as well. Sometimes it's not about the money.
Right.
You had to get paid a lot of money after that second one, but you want the stability of a long-term deal most of the time for these players. Kamaria said, Phil Harris said, cut preseason to 2 games and give another bye week. Okay. You cut the preseason. So if you cut the preseason to 2 games, how do you get to see these other players? Is 2 games enough for these other players? And then at the same time,
well, when they added, didn't they cut a preseason game when they went to 17 games?
Down to 3.
I thought it was 3 or 4. How many weeks they play?
They used to play 4. We're down to 3 now.
Oh, I thought they were still playing 4.
Well, only one team played 4. That was the Hall of Fame team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the rest of everybody else played 3.
Okay.
So if we're cutting preseason teams or games down, then you have to allow more players to be on the squad. You're not going to be able to evaluate 93 players. Well, not 93, 47 players or whatever it may be. You're not going to be able to evaluate all of them in those 2 preseason games. Sometimes people can be standouts in practice, but then when the lights come on, they don't play the same. So you need these preseason games that you can see the player itself, man. What do you think about that, LG?
Yeah. Or like I said, more joint practices.
Yeah. And it's so hard, man, because even the joint practice, you're not really hitting. Like, you just thudding up. Like, you're not bringing people to the ground anymore. It's so hard to actually see the players in practice nowadays because the NFL does not allow you to you got limited padded practices, and then you also sometimes you can't hit to the ground, and it's just so hard, man. And maybe all teams can't hit the ground. I know my team, they don't want you hitting to the ground. What about your team, OG?
Well, a lot of teams don't want you hitting to the ground.
Okay.
And it's no different than when the season starts. They don't do no hitting to the ground when they practice when the season starts. You may have the first few practices that they may be hitting to the ground. But yeah, they don't do no hitting to the ground because, like I say, it's all about the risk of injury.
Yeah. Are we
But
getting? Is the league getting too soft, OG?
But when you bring no, because when they strap him up on Sunday, when the lights come on Sunday, when the season starts, then it's nothing soft about that. The softness is that the coaches are trying to protect their players so they have them when the season starts.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so you have to weigh the good with the bad. I'm sure that there's some practice when they first start up that they go to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
They have to get those initial hits out. I mean, start some hitting. So your first hit not go be when you in the preseason game and you get rocked.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure they do all of it, but I'm sure they don't do a lot of it.
Okay. Just looking at some headlines up on the monitor over here, man, and looks like the Vikings are looking for another wide receiver. The Dolphins have activated their tight end. The Washington Commanders have sent Brian Robinson home.
They let him go. I know they said they were trying to trade him.
Yeah. They sent him home from practice today. So how do you feel about it? I know you was high on Brian Robinson. How you feel about
what they're saying now is that Brian Robinson is a bruising type of back. And with the RPO offense that they have now, he just didn't fit in. That's why he didn't play Monday night. Yeah.
I saw that Monday night.
Yeah, that's right. That's why he didn't play. That's why he didn't play Monday night. Yeah, so that had already been out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I like B-Rob. You know, he came through some trying times. You know, before he even started, and he got shot. So I think he's been a good running back for them.
Mm-hmm.
But they showed in the preseason game Monday night that they do have other running backs.
Yeah. So y'all not gonna miss him.
I can't say we don't miss him. I mean, we're missing him on those short yardage situations.
Right.
But like I said, he is that bruising type of back.
Okay.
But I'm sure somebody will pick him
up. I just see the Jets just traded for Minnesota Vikings D tackle. Adding to their deep roster already.
So what about the Eagles going and getting Mitchie?
Jonathan Mitchie. I saw that, and I'm gonna be honest with you, he hasn't turned out to be what they thought it.
But you know he was sick though. He missed a year because he was.
Yeah, he missed a year like 2 years ago, right?
Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah.
I know he had some. I'm not sure if it was.
Wasn't cancer or something? Something serious, wasn't it?
Leukemia or something. I'm not sure what it was, but yeah, he missed the whole season because of it.
Yeah, the first season. He missed the first season.
Okay.
So, and I liked them coming out of college, like you said, but I'm not really. I mean, they have Devontae Smith and AJ Brown over there. I'm never worried about their third receiver. Like, ain't enough balls to worry about him. Like, you got Saquon, AJ, him, and the tight end. You ain't gonna worry about those third. That dude, he probably gonna have 20 catches.
Well, they got a third receiver.
The guy
that came from Washington. What you mean? He a third receiver. Johan Dotson.
Yeah, that obviously they not that excited with him. They done picked up Michi too.
Yeah, he got a Super Bowl ring.
So,
He went it right time.
so does Carson Wentz.
You can't miss it. I wouldn't dare mention that, even though Johan Dotson is decent. I wouldn't put him in the same category with Carson Wentz. I'm not gonna put nobody in the same category with Carson Wentz.
What did Johan Dotson do last year for them?
Let's go see.
Let's see.
He was a third receiver.
He was a third receiver. He was. I honestly, I don't remember anything he did.
Really?
And I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to him either, though.
But now keep in mind, now he's a third receiver. He on the team with.
But my third receiver had led our team in touchdowns.
But y'all didn't have no two bona fide receivers. You just had CD Lamb.
That's true too.
Okay. What did he do last year?
Why OG look up what he's done, man. There's some y'all put it in there with your teams. What player do y'all not want to see leave on your team or get cut on your team? And I'll start. I don't want to see James Houston on my team get cut. I think he's on the bubble. I got a couple players. I got Ryan Flanoy, Trayshawn Holden, and I don't know how we're going to keep all of them, and James Houston. I don't want to see any of them get cut. So y'all put in the chat line, what players on your squad do you not see get cut?
You know, I hadn't been looking at nothing like that.
No.
You know, like I said,
you don't care about the backups.
Ain't nothing I don't care about the backups. But decisions are gonna be made. So I only look at the roster after Tuesday.
But you know, they always get rid of somebody who's been balling. You like, God, talking, and then you watch him go somewhere else, and then he go over there and start balling.
I can't remember what's ever happened to us. But anyway, my main concern is that they signed McLaurin. That's my main concern.
That's the main
I ain't
concern.
worried about nothing else.
Yeah. So what did Dotson do?
Oh, last year?
Yeah.
19 receptions, 216 yards. Year before that at Washington, he was 49 receptions for 518 yards.
And he was the number 2 with y'all.
No, we had two that went to Buffalo. Chris Samuel. They went to Buffalo.
Yeah.
When he was there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why they got Mitchie over there. That little.
But Mitchie, I don't think Mitchie go do no better because you're a third receiver.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm not worried about Mitchie going over there.
You're a third receiver with Metcalf and
AJ Brown and Smith.
And Smith. Yeah. So
that's what I was telling you. I'm not worried about that. Them bad boys, he's not gonna see the ball. And Saquon Barkley. Like you're not getting the ball.
But I would recommend you be worried about that on September the 4th.
I ain't worried about him.
Okay.
I ain't worried about it.
And then they gonna raise the banner too.
Oh yeah, they gonna get their raise the banner, all that cute stuff. They ain't gonna be ready for no football game. Yeah,
against y'all, you think they ain't gonna be ready? Starting off the season, that's what you hoping. That's what you're hoping for.
The fans gonna be ready. They ain't gonna be ready. They ain't gonna be ready. They ain't gonna be ready for what they're about to see. Let me say that.
Oh, see what I'm talking about, y'all? See what I'm talking about?
They ain't gonna be ready for what they about to see.
Here we go. Here we go again, y'all.
Here we go. Hey, and when are we gonna do this, OG? When are we gonna do our picks? Are we gonna do it next Sunday?
Catch me doing next Sunday.
Yeah, next Sunday after the cuts. We know
So-
our squad.
Yeah. So I'm a quick question based on that statement you just made.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Who's the better quarterback? Patrick Mahomes or Dak Prescott?
When?
Now.
Patrick Mahomes.
And did you see what the Eagles did to Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about that. Patty Mahomes just didn't. They just one of them days, man.
Hey, everyone out there, y'all hear what you saying? Kamari, I'm surprised you hadn't thrown the delusional comment out there yet.
It was just one of them days, man. They gotta see us though. They gotta see us.
Well, you don't get to defend the champ, no problem.
No, they had a good season, but that was last year.
You know what I'm saying?
That was last.
You have no concerns about September the 4th.
No, at all. That was a different team. They don't have the same team they had last year.
It's pretty much the same team.
No, it ain't. They lost some players.
Y'all did too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why I ain't worried about them. We lost some and gained some.
Man, I'm sitting here glancing over here. Where I should be. At this Little League World Series game between South Dakota and South Carolina.
They got another game going on? Oh, this the championship?
No, man. This elimination night.
Oh, I thought
both these teams are lost. No, the championship not till Saturday. They got to determine who's gonna be in the championship. So they're playing these games. But
is this the same South Carolina team that you were talking about the other show? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So they go to the bottom of the 6th inning, down by 1 run. If they because they don't play for 6 innings, they don't score, they go home. What do? They score 1 run, and now it's going to extra inning. But this is Cartier kids, boy.
So who do you think has the best chance at the Super Bowl? The Cowboys. I mean,
Oh Lord. Gee, you know how you give Corey credit for trying to be upfront and real.
Yeah.
Now, everybody now, except for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even think my team is going to the Super Bowl, but then we could, but you never know. But everybody is saying it's Philly, and the next team that will give Philly a run is who?
Cowboys?
No, they're not saying Cowboys.
Who are they saying?
And it's probably questionable now because of the status of their quarterback. But everybody has been saying the Rams.
Really?
Gee, don't act like you're just not hearing this.
I haven't heard that.
That's what everybody is saying, man.
I have never heard that. This is news to me.
So you think it's the Cowboys?
Yeah.
So you think
this is the beginning of the season. I think they had the best chance. Why wouldn't I?
Like I say, I tell you this every year. And
so far, you don't think your team? Do you think your team has the best chance?
I don't think I think that there are teams out there that's better than my team.
Who?
Now, anybody can be beat on any given Sunday.
So you don't think you have a chance to
like I tell you, right now, it's all about what's on paper.
Right now it's 0-0. No, on paper it's 0-0.
On paper is 0-0. Right. What I mean by on paper, and I tell you this every year, and ever since I've been a participant in the podcast, before I was on the podcast, and ever since I've been on this podcast, I tell you, they look good on paper, and it doesn't pan out. And this is another year.
So we just talking. He just asking me right now, who do I think had the best? What it's on paper, right? This is what we talk about on paper
every year.
We're talking about right now. Ain't nobody played a game yet. So why wouldn't I think that my team has a chance to win, go to the Super Bowl? I don't understand that.
Right now, I can't say it because we don't have McLaurin, so I can't say that right now.
You think you're gonna have McLaurin when week 1 start? I feel like we're gonna have Michael Parsons when week 1 start. He ain't about to miss no game, James.
I hope we do.
Yeah,
but hey, you never know.
If you have McLaurin, do you feel like y'all have a good chance of going?
We have a good chance.
Okay, so why can't you say that then, OG?
I can say that, but then I'm proven because I went to the NFC Championship game.
That's not Super Bowl.
But still, you gotta get to the NFC Championship game.
Look, you got to win it. You got to win the NFC Championship game.
But you gotta get to the NFC Championship before you can even attempt.
You got to win it. Y'all in the same boat.
That's the question now. Do you have to get to the NFC Championship game in order to go to the Super Bowl?
You do. You got to win it to get there. You didn't win it, so you're in the same boat.
Not be in the playoffs, or just win one game in the playoffs and get to the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl. So history indicates.
No, it don't.
It don't.
When the last time y'all won a Super Bowl? If history indicate that, when the last time y'all won a Super Bowl?
No. What I'm saying is, when the last time y'all won a Super Bowl?
When the last time y'all went to the Super Bowl? How about that?
It's been a minute. But what we talking about though? We talking about right now.
We talking about right now. Chance, right?
Okay. So like I told you, there's no longer is the OG the whipping boy on this show. You know, for the last 7-8 years, y'all been dogging my team out. Just been talking about us and whatever the case may be. But now there's a new sheriff in town, and it's not Reggie Hammond.
If y'all don't know who Reggie Hammond is, he is.
So all that talk about my Commanders / Redskins, that's history, baby. We here.
Eddie Murphy from 48 Hours, y'all.
We here, and we here to stay, huh?
Y'all ain't even making the playoff this year, man. I ain't thinking about y'all, dog. Yeah.
Boy, how many wins you ain't gonna pay up? You want to bet on that?
Hey, so who has the best chance? Who you think has the best chance to win going to the Super Bowl?
Who do I think?
Yeah, who do you think? Since it's not your team, obviously.
In our current state, I would say it's gonna be hard to stop Philly from going back again.
Okay.
At the NFC.
Okay.
Now the AFC, based on what happened to the Chiefs, I think this may be a year where either the Ravens or the Bills going.
Okay.
At the AFC.
At the AFC?
Yes, sir.
I
think somebody will finally stop Patrick Mahomes from going to the Super Bowl.
I actually agree with you on that. I actually agree with you on that part. And I'm going Bengals back in there again.
So you think the Bengals going back?
I think the Bengals playing Joe Burrow in the preseason. I think they're gonna start out fast.
But there's one problem with the Bengals, G.
The defense.
They don't have no defense. The best player on defense they got
is they ain't signed him yet.
They ain't signed him. This dude that led the NFL in sacks for the last 2 years.
Yeah. I believe they're gonna sign him before the season start. And they picked up Shamar Stewart, who was going back to college at one point.
Right.
Oh God, Chubbs.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
That defense is going to be a lot better.
You think so?
Uh-huh.
So 2 players are going to make a difference.
Oh, yeah. The reason Pat Mahomes had so much problems, they was on his butt. Same, they will have that with them two edges, and then the big boy in the middle. They'll be able to put some pressure on the quarterback, and then they can that backhand to be a little better, man.
How many times did Joe Burrow beat Lamar Jackson?
Lamar?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know if he played Lamar. Honestly, I don't know if he's played Lamar in the playoffs.
I'm talking about in general. You got to win during the regular season to get to the playoffs.
Right, but then I don't know. I don't know how many times he beat him. Has he beat him at all?
Not many. Let me go see. Not many at all.
No, Joe Burrow or the Cincinnati Bengals?
I'm saying Joe Burrow against Lamar Jackson.
Okay. Oh yeah. Find out how much that is. Because when Joe Burrow played, they got a pretty good squad. He got a pretty good record when he played. The problem is he be hurt.
But like I say, the other problem is they don't have no defense.
Yeah, I think the defense is gonna be better. That's what I'm saying. I think the Baltimore Ravens, I think their time has passed them, and I told Kamaria that before.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What you looking at? What you got? You got anything?
I'm looking at to see. Joe Burrow head to head against Lamar Jackson. This is in the regular season. Is 1-6.
1-6. Ooh. Dike. 1-6. Joe Burrow?
Joe Burrow.
Dang. Yeah.
1-6.
1-6.
Yes, sir.
So that mean he do.
I know. Oh boy.
Yeah. So you know what? We gotta do this with Corey, man. So who do you have coming out of the AFC North? You got Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and Cincinnati.
I'm still going to Ravens.
Going Ravens. I just heard on NFL Network that Pittsburgh is going to be a surprise team in that division.
Who's the other receiver now?
Besides Kid Metcalf, I don't know. They picked up Jalen Ramsey, and they got I think
I said receiver, man.
Yeah, no, whatever.
You talking about DB?
I think they did pick somebody though to go on the other side of Metcalf, but I can't remember.
Yeah, so we'll see.
That
would be a surprise. And you can't count Mike Tomlin out. But I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna win. I don't know if they're gonna win the North though.
So you got Buffalo winning the East.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have Kansas City winning the West.
Well, I think Kansas City still win the West.
I would say win the West. You don't think Denver gonna make a run for that, or Raiders, Chargers? What about Chargers?
But see, I don't think they will either. But see, I'm gonna tell you how you are though. So, and I know we going over them what the time we normally do, but you made a bold statement about my quarterback having a second year slump. But I haven't heard you say anything about any other starting quarterback that was a rookie last year having a second year slump, i.e. Bo Nix. Even though he's about 40 years old.
Right. Well, I actually did say they weren't going to have the same type of season that they had.
So you said you mentioned Bo Nix too? I don't remember.
Yeah. Remember, I think we talked about when we said who's going to make the playoffs, who's not, and Denver wasn't because they're going to have a sophomore slump too.
So then when I say Kansas City coming out that division, then you go ask me, what about Denver? But now you say they ain't going to make the playoff.
I was just asking you. Yeah, I was asking. There's to see. And that's at the Chargers too.
That was a setup question, but that was a setup question.
No.
Yeah, well.
No, I'm just trying to figure it out.
Okay. So who you think coming out of that division?
That division?
Yeah.
Chargers.
So you think Chargers coming out?
I think the Chargers about to have a great year.
So the Chargers gonna overtake Kansas City.
I think so. I think so. Because I kind of agree with you. I think the Chiefs' run is over. I know they still got Patty Mahomes, but anytime you start talking about retirement, you're already retired. Travis Kelce has already been talking about retirement. That man's retired already.
Then they got their receivers in trouble.
Yeah, he still may be suspended right now. He's not suspended, but it's still a chance he gets suspended. Yeah, so they that Super Bowl loss may have been more damning than they are letting on. So we'll see. But yeah, I kind of see that Chargers taking that division right now, man. So let's go AFC South. You got Jacksonville, Tennessee, Indianapolis, and Houston. Are you going back to Houston again?
Even though Jacksonville has made some modifications to the team, I still can't put all my trust in Trevor Lawrence.
Fair. That's fair.
So I'm gonna have to go with Houston.
That's fair. Let's go NFC West. Arizona Rams, Seattle, and 49ers.
Going Rams.
Even without their quarterback?
He back in practice.
Oh, he came back?
Mm-hmm.
They say he might have to have back surgery.
Now, if that happens, then that'll change the fate.
Okay.
As of right now, with him being there, 49ers don't have no receivers.
Right.
Brandon Ayuk not coming back to the middle of the season.
That's where he is. Brandon Ayuk, he's gone. He in Pittsburgh.
Brandon Ayuk?
Yeah.
When he go to Pittsburgh?
That's who I saw. He caught a pass for a touchdown.
What you mean? He's supposed to be hurt. He's supposed to come back to the middle of the season.
Brandon Ayuk?
Yeah, he got hurt last season.
Let me see. Hold on now. I might be wrong. Hold on.
Yeah, I think you're wrong.
Where did I see that at? Oh man, okay, yeah, maybe that's not he's still with them. Okay.
Yeah, he's still there.
Okay. About to say. I thought that song with Pittsburgh.
Nah.
Okay. This boy is steady passing gas. Oh my gosh. Oh. Seattle. You're not. Whew.
Not sold on Seattle.
Not sold on Seattle. NFC North. Green Bay, Minnesota, Chicago, and Detroit.
Even though Detroit has lost both of their coordinators, I think they still got enough talent on that team. Now they go get some of the multiple hurt players back, where they'll win that division.
Okay. For me, I think they're gonna have a fall off, honestly.
So who gonna win it?
I got Green Bay winning it.
You putting all your marbles on Jordan Love, man.
I like what Jordan Love does, man. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with them. I think Minnesota was a fluke last year. I think Chicago's gonna be better. I think Ben Johnson going to Chicago is really going to help Caleb Williams out.
To the point you can say nigga win this division?
No. I want to say he's gonna have a sophomore slump, but he had a freshman slump. Like, so, I don't think he's gonna be as bad as he was last year. Like,
I don't know, but that dude got stacked more than anybody in the
I
league.
know. So I think he's gonna have a better year, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. You know, I think Ben Johnson's gonna have some stuff for them over there. But I think look for Chicago next year. I think they're gonna be a really, really good team next year. AFC South, NFC South.
So Atlanta,
Carolina, Saints, and Tampa Bay.
You know, Atlanta was right there last year. They may came down to the last two games or even the last game. I'm thinking Atlanta's gonna get over the hump this year.
Falcons. I can see Corey with the biggest smile on his face.
I think they're gonna get over the hump this year. Now, things won't change on. Don't get it twisted, Corey. Things won't change on September the 28th. the same outcome gonna be for that game. But I think y'all win that division.
Okay. I'm actually in agreement with you, man. I think they get over the hump. I like. Ooh, wait a minute.
Who you like?
Tampa Bay. I'm Tampa Bay still. I still like Tampa Bay. They picked up Umeka, that receiver from Ohio State. Boy,
I mean, what's he gonna do? You already got Godwin and
he looking like he pushing Godwin to number 3.
Godwin. He ain't gonna put Godwin 3. What's my other man name? That mainstay.
Mike
Evans.
Yeah. He looking, that boy looking good. They say he was the best route runner in the draft.
Okay, like you say, till the big lights come on, we'll see.
He got him a chip at Ohio State. And the big lights.
Nah, these some different kind of lights. Yeah, these some different kind of lights. Now, Grant, that's
oh wait. All right, man. Episode 9 in the books, baby. Thank you, everybody out there, for rocking with us. My dog, Kamarie White, he said, man, that's a bold statement, G. Baltimore Ravens are top 3 for the Super Bowl pick. And that's only because of y'all pay all the people on ESPN to say that stuff to y'all. Ain't nobody listening to them. Make sure y'all check my dog out. Him in the Ask the Christmas podcast every Tuesday. Shout out to our sponsor, man, Cooking Dad Drink Reviews. My dog James Littlejohn, my dad Larry Wright, my cousin Phil Harris, my homeboy Quest, Rodney Littlejohn, Mickey Jewell. Thank you for rocking with us. Anybody else that was out there, man, charge to my eyes, not my heart. We love y'all. Remember to keep your head on swivel and keep God first. We'll see y'all on Sunday at 8:00, man. To my people over there at I don't even know where they work at, but Alicia, Dorothy, Chris, Val, Miss Park, Brianna, enjoy. Appreciate y'all for watching and listening. Remember to tell a friend, bring a friend next time y'all watch. All right, we love y'all. Remember, keep your hands up and keep God first. We are out. Peace.
All right, get well, man. Gee, you better turn this baseball game, man.
What up, Steve? My guy. He said, "Gay, you said something about Baltimore. What about us?" I already said we're going to the Super Bowl, baby. I said that first. That's what got us started on it.
He a Cowboy fan.
He a Cowboy fan, baby. You already know. Know.
He's screaming too, boy. He's screaming it.
Hey, it's good to see you, bro.
Even Sanders, you can be disappointed.